Hello and welcome to the Newsworthy News Desk. I'm your host, Sue Dorsey. So basically this video thing that I might be doing is kind of a recap of what's been happening in the news for the past week, some other things I might want to talk about that's related to this blog or just me having fun, we'll see. So first I just kind of wanted to explain the beginnings of this blog and how we got to where I am today. So I started this blog on February 10th, 2009, which means we just passed our 8th anniversary, but I only updated for 2.5 months because a week after my last update in 2009, I moved across country and I had other things going on, so it kind of fell on to the back burner and it stayed there for 8 years. And what changed is, well, Trump planted the seed, but it was really PewDiePie that made me come back out and have to express my passion for the news. So what happened was, of course, Trump was going crazy and calling the news all fake news and saying that the press is the enemy to the American people, which is not true. It is the only source of information that we have, and therefore it's very important that we can trust them. And yes, for the most part, you can trust the news. You might have to do a little bit of research because everybody has a spin. Nobody is completely neutral all the time, but it is supposed to be something that we can trust. And then PewDiePie happened. Wall Street Journal did take things out of context. This can actually be proven. And so when PewDiePie called them out on that, they said that he was attacking the media. Variety said that he was attacking the media. And a lot of people are comparing PewDiePie to Trump, and I find this very offensive. The media messed up. They need to own up to that so that they can remain a source that we can trust. By comparing PewDiePie, who they did use his comments out of context, to Trump, who has admitted that what the news is saying is true, but they're still fake somehow, it's adding legitimacy to Trump's claims. You're actually hurting yourselves that way. But yes, for the record, many outlets did take things out of context to further their views, their news for views. However, real news, actual news that you can depend on, which includes CNN and the Washington Post and somehow ironically BuzzFeed, they very much responsibly reported on PewDiePie, and not everybody even took the same stance. It's really interesting to read everything. But, oh, and Forbes wrote a great article where they didn't necessarily side with PewDiePie, but they did say that, you know, he's not a villain, and they did also call out Wall Street Journal for taking things out of context. So, real news is out there, and you can trust them. More about how I got into this blog. I'm going to actually look at some stuff from my very first entry in 2009, which I interviewed myself. So there's just some highlights from there that I wanted to point out. Is your name actually Sue Dorsey? It's not, and I'm never going to deny that. It's my soap opera name, and if you don't know what a soap opera name is, it's your middle name. Yes, my parents thought it was a great idea to give a kid the middle name Sue. And your street name, or if you've lived on many streets, the first street you remember living on, which in my case is Dorsey Avenue. How did you come up with ideas for this blog? That is a very cringeworthy answer, so I'm going to skip over it. Oh, my list of people that I wanted to interview, and this, remember, is from 8 years ago, and looking over it, I would still interview these people. Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert. I'm obsessed with Stephen Colbert. Weird Al. Michael Buckley, you know What the Buck Show? Totally 2009. Steve Carell, Nicole Kidman, Hugh Jackman, the cast of Scrubs. Hugh Laurie, Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, and R.L. Stine. Such a 2009 list, except maybe R.L. Stine, but I am a 90s kid. I also said that I'm open to interviewing anyone, which is true, especially people who do charity work or help out in their communities, because I would love to help highlight their causes, and that's also true. I shop at smile.amazon.com. I care about helping out causes. Will you ever reveal your true identity? Well, I mean, at this point, if I'm putting out a video out there, it's not that hard to figure out. I look like me, and it's pretty easy to figure out, so, I mean, I don't care if you find out. I just wanted to use my reporter name. I feel like Sue Dorsey is a very reporter-sounding name. Will you ever do a video post? Here it is. I said someday once I get a video camera, and I am finally coming through on that promise. And actually, very ironically, this camera is only 2 weeks old, so it's like that's all I ever needed in life. I have some other stuff I wrote back then that I wanted to react to, because I feel like it might be quite cringeworthy. Because, you know, a person doesn't stay the same over 8 years. I wrote on March 3rd, 2009, idolized. Welcome back, Britney. Today, Britney Spears kicked off her circus tour, her first tour in 5 years. The tour started today in Britney's home state. And then I said New Orleans, Los Angeles, New Orleans, Louisiana, because, you know, New Orleans is a state. And then I gave her tour schedule, because I was really into it. Oh, she was in Atlanta. Back then I was living in Georgia, so I think I was sad I didn't get to go. I was also unemployed when I started this blog. That's why, like I said, I had other things come up, and this was back burner. I have no idea. I think I wanted to be critical of Obama just to show that I could be critical of people I like, and it's very cringeworthy. Like, I was reaching. I can't be critical of people. Well, I can be critical of people that I like, but they have to actually first do something wrong, and this again was right after his inauguration, so I think I was trying to be edgy. And speaking of edgy, the very next thing I have pulled up here is my movie critique of the Hannah Montana movie. Ooh, what did I say? That Rico's involvement in the movie was forced, and my favorite line of the movie was, "You have to be the only pop star who can't get into her own concert." Wow. Wow. That's 2009 for you. What else do I got going on here? Oh, Stephen Colbert. So, the actual name of this article is Self-Indulgent. Stephen Colbert has another animal named for him, and I like talking about Stephen Colbert. So, there is a falcon in San Jose that was named Esteban Colbert. It was named after Stephen Colbert. It's the third animal that was named for Stephen Colbert. And they're all from California, because Californians are geniuses. I'm Californian, born here, semi-raised here. But anyway, let's see here. I named the animals, didn't I? Oh, yes. The Colbert Nation should also be familiar with Colbert's son, bald eagle Stephen Jr. And then there are 2 elephant seals named for Stephen and Jon Stewart, which is Stelephant Colbert and John Sealwart. And then I said I believe more animals should be named after Stephen Colbert, which is true. I think everything should be named after Stephen Colbert. And okay, so that's it for the stuff I wanted to react to. And all I reported on myself this week was PewDiePie. I mean, I know that the president had a really crazy press conference, and Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers really helped me know what I should think about it, because I still don't understand it, and that's the reason I'm not talking about it. But basically, yes, that's what the format of these videos will be. I'll discuss the news of the week as I understand it, my own reactions to it, and then other stuff that I want to talk about. I might be reacting to stuff, I don't know. This is all new. I thought of this last night. I might run for president. Who knows? So that's it for this time. Maybe I'll do this again. Thanks for watching. Bye.